There's a pain that we never forget. It's not the pain of the body, but the one that the heart quietly carries. The disappointment came from someone you trusted the most, the cold gaze of someone who seemed to promise you everything. And the worst part is that it feels like this person simply moved on, as if nothing had happened. Have you ever stopped to think if life will really let this slide? Will the pain they caused you go unpunished? Stick with me until the end, because this video will open your eyes and maybe even your heart to a truth that many people prefer to ignore. But nobody escapes the consequences, believe me. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. The person who hurt you didn't just vanish. They're still there, acting as if nothing happened. You opened up your trust, and the one who hurt you won't walk away unscathed. You revealed your vulnerabilities, and in return, you received disdain, silence, or even humiliation. The person you cherished didn't think twice before cutting you out of their life, hurting you in the process. And they had the audacity to carry on as if nothing occurred. The coldness was the knife, and pride was the salt on the open wound. But let me tell you something. No one harms a sincere heart and gets away with it. It might take time, but the bill comes due. The philosophy of the Stoics teaches that we don't control what happens to us, but we have total control over how we react. Epicurus once said, "It's not the things that hurt us, but rather how we think about them." You might think you were weak for trusting, but in reality, your ability to feel so deeply is a great strength. Those who hurt others in this way only reveal their own inner poverty. What weighs on you now is the impression that evil has triumphed, that those who were cold and calculating have come out on top. But that's just an appearance. Life has a way of turning things around, and everything we do, good or bad, comes back to us, only with double the force. Those who toy with the feelings of others will sooner or later taste the bitter loneliness and lack of true affection. The coldness they once wielded as a weapon becomes their own prison. The pain they caused you will return, not as your revenge, but because life demands a heavy price. Marcus Aurelius said that the best response is to be different from those who have hurt us. And that's exactly it. Don't stoop to their level. Don't wish harm on anyone. Just keep moving forward. Because while you rise, those who harmed you begin to feel the emptiness they created. There is a silent justice in the world. It doesn't shout, but it acts, and when it does, it shows no mercy. While you transform your pain into strength, on the other side, those who hurt you are starting to taste their own poison. Alone, without applause, without support, feeling a loneliness that hurts more than any punishment you could wish for. Do you know what hurts the most for those who underestimated you? Watching you grow quietly, in peace, while they lose themselves in their own bad choices. Time is on your side. Evil always returns with interest. Those who deceive, cheat, or manipulate may seem to win for a while, but time demands everything back, and it demands dearly. It doesn't knock on the door, doesn't give a chance for correction. It simply comes and collects what is owed. Time insists on taking each mistake and charging the proper price. Those who hurt you may still be out there, laughing, enjoying themselves, feeling on top of the world. But behind that forced smile lies something they cannot control: fate. Because everything built on lies and disrespect will inevitably crumble. And when it falls, it's ugly. Those who spread pain will reap despair. This isn't punishment, it's consequence. Seneca said that the evil we do inevitably returns to us. Stoicism doesn't teach revenge, but rather trust that life will set everything right. You don't need to do anything. Life takes care of that. Look around. How many people who have hurt others ended up alone, sad, and broken? The one who mocked your devotion will one day beg for a piece of the peace you're building right now. Don't think your pain went unnoticed. There's an invisible balance adjusting everything, and when it tips, someone pays. Your pain was an investment, not in revenge but in growth. While you become stronger, those who tried to use you grow weaker, because negativity acts like poison. Those who offer too much end up drinking from their own cup. The heaviest burden someone can carry doesn't come from the outside, it comes from within. It's when the conscience starts to scream in silence, when past mistakes resurface, and they always do. Trust me, there's no comfortable pillow for those who destroy someone who only wanted to love genuinely. So, if today you feel like you've been left behind, remember, you haven't lost anything. You're being protected because those who hurt someone pure are taking on an emotional debt that life doesn't forgive, and the payment is steep. Those who trample on the heart of someone genuine end up poisoning themselves with their own downfall. Have you noticed that those with pure hearts feel pain more deeply? It's because those who truly feel experience everything fully. And when someone hurts a heart like that, they're not just wounding a person. They're burning the only bridge that connected them to something real. People like that eventually bring themselves down without even realizing it. You might think they're winning, but in reality, they're losing what holds the most value. Being pure doesn't mean being foolish. It means having the courage to love genuinely, to give yourself without hiding who you are, to believe that there's reciprocity in a world full of ego and hurt. And when someone abuses that trust, when they deceive, betray, or disregard, they're digging their own grave, because life will, sooner or later, reveal that what was cast aside was in fact unique. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The soul takes on the color of its thoughts. Those who act with malice, disdain, or disrespect will slowly erode from within, and then one day, they'll look around and realize they've lost everything, even their own essence. Because those who do harm to others first destroy themselves. You may think you've lost, but you haven't. In fact, you've been saved. You freed yourself from someone who wasn't ready for the light that exists within your heart. And what remains afterward? An emptiness filled with regret. But by then, it's too late, because those who silenced you will end up wishing to hear your voice once more. The mistake of the one who hurt you was confusing your kindness with weakness. They thought they could manipulate you, use you, and then toss you aside. But they forgot that purity is a hidden strength, because those who feel deeply also learn to close the door forever. And when it's shut, it's over. You weren't foolish for trusting, nor weak for loving. You were too great for someone so small, and now, those who thought they could tread on you will have to bear the weight of your absence. And that hurts more than any revenge you might have thought about. There's no need for revenge. Time takes care of that for you. In pain, it's normal to seek justice, to want to show that you weren't weak, to make the person pay and feel what they caused you. But the truth is that the revenge you so desire doesn't come from your hands. It comes from time. And when it arrives, it is much more precise, silent, and painful than anything you could have planned. The justice of time doesn't shout. It reveals itself in absence, making the person realize the value of someone only when it's too late. Those who ignored you will start seeking you out. Those who betrayed you will live suspicious of everyone. Those who disdained you will begin to feel invisible. You don't need to take revenge. Time takes care of that, because everything comes back around. Those who toyed with your heart will taste the bitter flavor of regret. Epictetus said, "Do not wish for things to happen as you want them to, but wish for them to happen as they do, and your life will be tranquil." This is the strength of someone who remains calm. Let life follow its course while you focus on growing, rebuilding yourself, and becoming someone who cannot be shaken from within. True justice isn't about punishing others. It's about transforming into the best version of yourself. As long as you cling to pain and the desire for revenge, you remain shackled. But when you let go, when you focus on yourself, the tables turn, and time begins to work in your favor. It's like a silent artist, shaping your strength while dismantling the pride and vanity of those who hurt you. The greatest irony is this: those who hurt you will eventually miss you, and will be helpless to do anything about it. You will witness your life flourish from a distance while theirs crumbles. They will realize they lost someone they will never find again. So, my friend, revenge isn't against them. It's in favor of yourself. Don't lower yourself. Don't waste your energy trying to prove anything. Keep moving forward. Grow, because the best revenge is looking back and seeing that what once hurt you no longer holds power over you, and that destroys those who once wanted to see you on the ground. The coldness you feel today will be the desperation of tomorrow. Have you ever felt that chill in your soul when you realize someone you loved didn't feel anything for you? That feigned coldness that seems to say, "I'm fine, go on with your life," is one of the worst pains. But what many don't understand is that this coldness has an expiration date, because those who are cold today will tremble tomorrow. The game always turns. Coldness is a defense, but it's also a double-edged sword. Those who use it to hurt, manipulate, or belittle others are betting high and losing without realizing it. Because the time comes when the game changes. That person who was once the center of attention fades from the memory of those who hurt them. And what remains? A silent despair, a longing to turn back, but by then it's too late. In the place where love once existed, only silence remains. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is not to become like your enemy." And that's exactly what happens when you stop chasing after them, stop seeking answers, Stop humiliating yourself. You turn the key, and everything changes. Those who were once cold now feel the weight of loss, and there's nothing more despairing than realizing you lost someone who would have given everything. Despair doesn't come with shouts. It comes with memories, with unreceived messages, with the lack of care that was once guaranteed. Those who were cold once will taste the ice of their own solitude, and there will be no one nearby to warm them, because those who mocked your love will end up begging for a second chance. But by then, it will be too late. You don't need to respond. You don't need to prove anything. You just need to move forward, because the time you dedicate to yourself is the same time that will eat away at the pride of those who left you behind. The universe aligns, and those who were cold to you will burn with longing. So keep your strength, value your story, because what seems like abandonment today will be the greatest pain for those who failed to appreciate you. And when that regret arrives, there will be no more space, no forgiveness. Today's indifference will become tomorrow's absence. Do you remember that coldness, the lack of affection, the way the person you loved looked at you as if you were worthless? That indifference that hurt so much will return, and it will come back even stronger, because no one dismisses true love without one day feeling its absence. Today's indifference will turn into tomorrow's longing. Wait and you will see. Right now, it may seem like this person is happy, surrounded by options, but what they still don't understand is that no shallow love can fill the void left when you walked away, taking your whole heart with you. With time, appearances fade, adventures grow dull, fake compliments become tiresome, and then the mind starts to wander back to what has passed. And guess who they will remember? You. Seneca said, "There is no favorable wind for those who do not know where they are going." And those who act cold, thinking they control everything, end up getting lost, standing on shaky ground. Because life, in a harsh and somewhat unfair way, pays back. It makes the person who toyed with your love taste the bitter flavor of wanting and not having, searching and not finding. They will realize that what they threw away will never come back. Longing is a prison, but not for those who have good memories. It is for those who once had everything and didn't know how to appreciate it. Those who were cold will start waking up with that tightness in their chest. They will remember the conversations, the hugs, the little gestures that no longer exist today, and they will understand that you weren't weak, you were special. While you heal, grow, and learn to truly love yourself, that person will fall into a cycle of loss. And when they try to find in someone else what they had with you, they won't succeed because the bond you shared was unique. You were genuine, and the absence of that turns into despair as the days go by. Do not get bothered by what seems like now. Everything changes, and those who act cold today will eventually ask for a bit of the affection you offered freely. But by then, you won't be there anymore, and that will be the greatest punishment. Life does not forgive those who mock the pain of others. Making fun of someone else's suffering is one of the worst things a person can do. It's laughing at someone trying to get back on their feet. It's turning your back when someone asks for help. Those who do this think they're winning, but they're only digging their own grave. Because life takes its time, but when it demands payment, it demands a high price. Those who mocked your pain will one day taste the same sadness or even worse, not because you want it, but because life has a way of balancing things. Epictetus once said, "What truly shows who a person is not the easy moments, but how they act in difficult times." Those who disregard the pain of others reveal their own weakness inside, not their strength. Today, that person may think they have everything under control, but life will bring moments when they will be ignored. Life weighs on the conscience of those who disregarded your pain, throwing back in their faces everything they did to you. And at that moment, they will remember you, your voice, your gaze asking for a bit of compassion. They will feel the pain they caused you, with no one around to support them. Don't underestimate time. It's quiet, but certain. Today's arrogance will turn into tomorrow's humiliation. The laughter of the past will become muffled tears on the pillow, because those who hurt without remorse will one day apologize for something that can no longer be fixed. Life teaches, yes, but not always gently. Many times, it teaches through pain, loss, and loneliness. Meanwhile, you move forward, different, stronger, more aware, more careful, and perhaps a little cold, but not out of malice, out of wisdom. You've learned, you've matured, and those who saw you as weak will realize, too late, the greatness they let slip away. The best response to those who laughed at your pain is to be so happy, so peaceful, so complete, that merely existing becomes a reminder of what that person lost, and that is priceless. As you grow, that person will become lost inside. There's something powerful about someone who chooses to improve in silence while the other fills the void with distractions. You become stronger, you heal, you perfect yourself. Each tear you held back turned into strength. Every swallowed emotion became focus. And as you rebuild yourself, the other person rots inside, like a beautiful fruit on the outside but spoiled within. The person who hurt you may smile today, but a smile doesn't mean peace. Many smile on the outside and cry on the inside. The mind won't let it go. It replays scenes, recalls wrong choices, and repeats regret like an endless film. It's then that those who ignored you start to feel the weight of their own loneliness. Marcus Aurelius said that the soul gets dirty with what it accepts, and those who continuously hurt and deceive are actually poisoning themselves. It may take time, but the poison spreads. And when it does, not even therapy can help. Because those who lost someone genuine carry the burden of regret forever. As you rise, that person will deteriorate within, something only those close to them will notice. You will keep climbing step by step, becoming wiser, sharper, more confident. You no longer need to shout to be heard. Your presence speaks for itself, and your absence hurts. Those who thought you were easy to replace will understand that you were unique. But by then, time will have passed, and so will you. The irony of life is cruel. Those who didn't value you when they had the chance will one day desperately want a bit of your attention. But by then, you will be on a different level, because pain has shaped you. Rejection made you look within, and there you found a strength you never knew you had. You didn't just survive, you were reborn. And while that person gets lost in their own choices, you live what they will never have: true peace. Love is a kind of growth that can't be bought, faked, or copied. You earned it without bringing anyone down, just by winning your own battles. You realized that the suffering they put you through wasn't the end. It was the beginning of your transformation. Each time you felt smaller, sidelined, or rejected, you were actually being prepared for something much greater. Those who thought they could bring you down inadvertently pushed you forward on your journey. And now, those who saw you as weak will have to swallow hard, watching you grow stronger. You don't need to seek revenge. Just keep moving forward, because time resolves everything. It takes care of putting everything back in its rightful place. What was once a joke will be valued. What was discarded will be remembered with regret, and those who hurt you will feel it. Not because you'll do anything, but because life demands it. It sees everything. It reacts, and it gives back. Remember Epicurus's words: "It's not what happens to you, but how you deal with it." Your attitude is your strength. Your recovery is your response. Your calmness is your greatest achievement. Believe me, living well is the most powerful response there is. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. Just live so well that the absence of that person makes no difference. Now it's up to you. Enjoy this video. If it spoke to your heart, comment below with what you felt. I really want to read your story. Share this video with someone who needs to open their eyes, and don't forget, subscribe to the channel, activate the notification bell, and like the video. Until next time.